All right, welcome back to Akron Zips Dynasty. This is the week 7 recruiting video. We just lost to New Mexico by, you know, a few points. I mean, it was a fairly close game most of the way. And we're going to look and see if there's anybody else we can add to the board here. I did notice a couple of guys that were interested. We have a tight end, a couple of tight ends, a pocket passing quarterback, but the one I was interested in, he still had some interest, was this. There was a wide receiver. There was a guard here. There's a junior college guard who was somewhat interested. This guy's down to his top 3. I mean, I doubt we can get him. He's got 36% interest, but. And then there's a junior college pass rushing D tackle. I think we'll add him to the board. Some 4-star guys, we're not going to look at any of those. We got another tackle here. A lot of punters. Punters are usually not more than 3 stars. So we've got a 1-star athlete. We could try going after him. I'm not really looking at stats too much. We do need a center. He's down to his top 3, but maybe we can get him interested enough to. Got a middle linebacker who's a junior college guy. Okay, and that's going to be it here. I accidentally went to team needs here. We're just looking at the. Let's get back to the board here, and we've got just one guy who's ready for a visit here. We've got this tackle who we're number 1 right now. We're ahead of most of these teams on. I'm going to change the topic here. Conference prestige is not something we're real good at. Of course, championship contender, not one we're very good at either, so we'll have to make a pitch for it. Athletic facilities, we'll make a pitch. They're not the worst thing. Program stability, just his most important thing. We're going to get plus 135 interest. Hopefully that keeps us at number 1. We're just going to spend a little time with the safety. He's probably getting close to committing here. Pro potential. I'm going to change the topic on pro potential here. Proximity to home. We can get a few points from that. Get 123 interest. Some of these guys are getting real close to committing here. Got another tackle, a 2-star guy that we could spend just a little time talking to here. Let's find out what he thinks about it. He doesn't care about academic prestige. And he's average on athletic facilities. Does help to know some of those things if the guys do end up coming for visits. I think we're going to have to spend a decent amount of time with the punter. We're ahead of, early playing time is most important to him, so we can offer him early playing time. We can make a pitch for our athletic facilities. Television exposure, least important to him. So I think maybe right there is where we change the topic. Maybe we can make him a promise. We've already promised him solid playing time. I think we can promise him no red shirt too. Get a few extra points. Program stability we'll make a pitch for. It's going to get us plus 248 interest. And, I mean, he's a punter. We need a punter. He's got B kick power and C minus kick accuracy. And we have to have a punter because our punter right now is a senior and will be graduating. So we have this quarterback who's a 3-star. B minus throw power, C plus throw accuracy. So we've moved up to number 1 on him. Up ahead of Connecticut and Rutgers. I think right away we change this topic. Gonna get proximity to home. We'll make a pitch for that. Get maybe about 50 points. Make a pitch for academic prestige. Get another 47. And our athletic facilities, no, they're not the worst. Get 150 interest. We're ahead on him, but not by a lot. Got this 3-star running back who, suddenly we're his number 1 school. What do you think about conference? He's average on conference prestige. We don't actually know a lot about what this guy thinks about a lot of things. We know program tradition is not important to him, so we'll change the topic here. Find out television exposure not important. And championship contender is above average. So we don't get a lot of interest out of him, but we find out what he thinks about some things, which should help if he ends up coming for a visit. This guy's a soft commit to OU. We're pretty far behind on him. And I mean, we're just not going to get him. He's already come for a visit. We could take him off the board. At this point, I don't think it matters a whole lot. This guy's coming in for a visit this week. I think we're going to have to do the Take City tour. And then we'll do a 10 pep rally. And then we have a C plus on Talk to Professors. So it's going to have to be what it is. We're behind Bowling Green on him right now by, quite a bit. So I don't know that we're going to be able to catch up. Right now I'm thinking we're not going to be able to catch up. We've got a receiving fullback we're trying to get here. We'll make a pitch for early playing time. We'll find out what he thinks about coach loyalty. And we'll find out what he thinks. He doesn't care much about either of those. We're going to get 99 more interest. We've got is that the wide receiver we just looked at? Yeah, it is. He's the guy we just looked at. Okay. I was going to say, because I scrolled down and then I scrolled back up. This quarterback, I just don't think we're going to get him. I don't know that it's worth still going after him very heavily. We've moved up on the guard we were looking at. And if we're going to get anywhere near the top, I mean, he's probably going to commit to Missouri. We could make a pitch for early playing time. Make a pitch for coach loyalty. Find out what he thinks about campus lifestyle. I mean, he's more likely than not going to Missouri. I can promise him no red shirt. That'll get us some extra points. We'll change the topic on that. Fan base, I guess we'll make a pitch for it. We'll get I've gotten plus 300 interest from him. I just don't think it's going to be enough. We're pretty far behind. He's scheduled 3 visits to Missouri, Clemson, and West Virginia. And he's down to his top 3. Those are his top 3 schools. He's probably not going to be real interested in us. This guy, we tried to get it a little higher on last week. Same with Sean Cross here. Some of these guys just aren't. Now I think these guys here at the bottom, these are the guys we just added to the board. So I think the one I want to go after the most is this D tackle. Let's see how good he actually is. B minus strength. He actually seems like he's pretty decent. So, not a real fast guy, but pretty strong. He's a pass rusher. Has C block shitting, C plus power and finesse moves. And I think we'll spend some time talking to him. Find out, if we can, maybe move into his top 10. We're probably not going to offer him a scholarship yet. He's very high on conference. Let's see what he thinks about early playing time because he's average on it. That's really one of the main things we can offer him. So he's still on his top 8. I think we might be able to move ahead of a couple of these teams. I'm just not sure. And we've got this middle linebacker we were looking at. This defensive end is down to his top 10. We might be able to move into that top 10. I'm just not sure. We did talk to him last week, but I don't know. He's probably not really looking at it. He doesn't care much about early playing time. We can try to sway him. He didn't sway him much, though. He's very high on athletic facilities. We don't get a ton of points, but I think with the time we have left, we're going to have to go after the guys that are interested and make sure that they stay interested. We've got this 3-star tight end that's interested in us. He's a balanced guy. He's not real fast. He's got C minus speed, C plus acceleration. Catching's not great. Route running's not horrible, C minus. I mean, he's 6'3", 239. Kelly Davis is his name. And we'll spend some time talking to him and just make sure that we can kind of stay number 1. And we're going to get proximity to home, which he's very high on that. So I think we changed the topic here. Conference prestige, it's not much better. He's kind of average on conference prestige, so we're going to get a few points here. He's mostly looking at schools in Ohio anyway, so. We've got this outside linebacker. Make a pitch for academic prestige. He's low on television exposure. He doesn't care about program tradition, so we're definitely going to have to change the topic. It's going to be program stability. He's above average on program stability. We've got a 1-star wide receiver here. He's a possession guy. C plus speed. Not great acceleration. Not great catching or route running. But I mean, he's 6'1", so he's not really the tallest guy out there either. But I mean, he's interested. He's a recruit. He's somebody we can get. We know he doesn't care much about campus lifestyle. I think we changed the topic here. Maybe we get a better one. It's going to be program stability. He's most important on program stability. We haven't recruited him real heavily. He's just kind of been interested the whole way, so we should be able to get him. We've got this scrambling quarterback. We're pretty far ahead on him. But I think we right away changed this topic. It's going to be campus lifestyle. We actually don't know what he thinks about that, but it's going to be low. And then pro potential is low as well. So we don't get a lot of interest, but we're pretty far out ahead on him. He hasn't scheduled any visits yet, though, but he is down to his top 5. I don't think they end up scheduling visits until they're down to like their top 3. And at that point, if you're not in their top 3, they're probably not gonna schedule a visit. That's what it seems like anyway. Can get this guy. We'll just do 20 minutes, 2 topics. Right away we get a and with these proximity to homes, I really should be comparing us to other schools if we can to get them lower. We've got this other tight end we're looking at. We're looking at several tight ends. I don't know that we really need to be recruiting this many tight ends, but make a pitch for fan base. We've got some sort of bonus here that I, at this point, still don't entirely understand. We'll change the topic on that one. Proximity to home. Now, we don't know what he thinks about it, but we can compare it to not really any of these other schools. Maybe way down there. I mean, Indiana's number 7 anyway. He's very high on it, though, apparently. So, he's got like 300 interest on him. We're a ways ahead of Kent State and Bowling Green. And he's really not considering the other schools as much. So, of course, maybe some of these athletes want to come to Akron because we're so terrible and because they want to make us a better team, It's a possibility. We've got another receiver here. He's not good at much, but do you think about program stability? What's he think about? He's not high on proximity to home. We're going to get some extra points. I really don't understand what that. I think I'm going to have to look it up. It's an advisor bonus. I don't really know why we're getting that, but I think we're going to have to go 20 minutes on the safety. Just going to get a low topic here. Fan base. We're going to change it on the off chance we end up getting a coach's choice. We haven't been recruiting this guy for very long, and we really don't know much. He does not care about proximity at home. Somehow we're his number 1 school, and we've barely recruited him. So the defensive end we're going to lose out on. Pretty sure we're going to lose out on Chris Bailey as well. We're number 2, and he's probably just going to end up going to Bowling Green. This guy, maybe we can still get him. Let's just use the rest of our time on him. He's really looking at Kent State. He's low on conference prestige. We really don't know a lot about this guy, apparently. And I think instead of that, I can't make him any promises. Like I don't know if he's even going to be good enough to play. So I'm going to get plus 106 interest. That might be enough to help. He's down to his top 5, so he's probably going to be, a few more weeks before he actually decides. And I mean, he's not a bad player. He's got B speed, B acceleration, B minus agility. His coverage isn't really the best. It's D, but jumping's C plus. Stamina's decent. Injury's not horrible. I mean, we'll go ahead and advance the week here too, and we're taking on OU next week, which that's going to be a tough game. They're a good team. They're traditionally one of the better teams in the MAC, so I think we're probably going to have trouble in that game. We might struggle quite a bit, actually. So I don't know. I don't. if we can't beat New Mexico, but I'm not sure. So I just don't think we're going to have a chance against OU. We're 0-6. We're halfway through the season. OU is 6-1. So we'll take a look at our recruiting board here. And our safety's ready for a visit. We're not going to do any recruiting yet, but go ahead and reorder this by interest. But our safety is down to his top 3. He's ready for a visit, so we'll bring him in. Our tackle that we're looking at, he's down to his top 5. A lot of these guys still are not sure. The punter is down to his top 3, and he is ready for a visit. So I really hope we can get him. We're pretty far ahead of Florida State. I mean, he's looking at teams like Florida State, USC, Penn State, Auburn, Michigan, Oklahoma, Georgia, Miami, and Notre Dame. And we have a chance to, get a really good punter. So I think the guy we have now is not really the best. We're still number 1 on this quarterback. There's nobody we moved up on. This guy's looking at going to Bowling Green. We're still number 2 on the corner. I think we might have moved up on him a little bit, but he's really looking at Kent State. So unless we spend a lot of time talking to him, I don't think we moved down on the running back. So it's really close though. So we're only behind by like 40 points. We've got the other quarterback we were looking at. It's ready for a visit. This athlete we just added to the board we've moved up to his top 5, and he's down to his top 8. We moved up on the defensive end as well. We're on to number 7 for the defensive tackle, which I would really like to get him because he's pretty decent. It's not like amazing or anything, but he's all right. And the center that we had just added to the board, yeah, he's going to Oklahoma State. So, and then this guy is Jake McBride, definitely going to OU. He's committed, so we did not get him. And this guy that we added to the board kind of late, Steven Smith, he is going to Missouri. So hopefully we can still get quite a few of these guys. And there's a couple of guys ready for visits. We could probably take the guys that have committed to these other schools off the board and maybe try to look through and see if there's anybody else that's, not sure where they're going to go yet. And We still need a center. We really don't have a center that's committed yet. So we could always move a guard to center, but that's, we'd have to do that in the offseason. That's a little tougher to do in this game. So we're going to take on OU in the next game. Hopefully we don't lose by too much, but I don't know when we're going to win a game. I mean, we can take a look here at the rest of our schedule. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's take a look at the rest of the schedule. We've got OU. We've got Central Michigan. Maybe we've got Miami. That's going to be tough. Buffalo might be our most winnable game. They're like just as bad as we are. We've got a bye week, week 14. Maybe we beat Buffalo. Maybe we beat Central Michigan. Those are really the closest games we're going to have. But, I mean, maybe we can upset OU. I just wouldn't count on it. So, it's going to do it for this video. I will see you when we take on OU in the next one. Have a good day.